everybody. I'm Michelle Solis from This Must Be Ink, and we are back live, hopefully. And I am going to show you one of my favorite things in the catalog, which is Christmas Friends. All right, let me see. Christmas Friends is on, I have it written down somewhere. Page 43. I made myself notes. I just have to look at the notes. Okay. So Christmas Friends is on page 43, and it's a bundle. It comes with this really super cute stamp set, which did I take out of the box? No. Okay, here it is. Super cute stamp set. It's a cling stamp set, so it's the rubber stamp, which I think I like. That's my favorite kind of stamp, I think. All right, so I did not get the dies because I do that sometimes. I always make myself mad, do that sometimes. But I did not get the dies, but the dies come with a really cute little branch and a little bow, this little stuff in a little bow, and these little gift boxes. So I should have gotten those, but I didn't. I thought, well, I could just fussy cut these animals. And so that's what I have done. All right, so today, what I want to do is show you a couple of the cards that I made. So this one, of course, I had to use the owl. So this one I did with the Take a Bow paper. And so I layered up the paper and this little gift box here in the background. I stamped with this set called Reindeer Memories. Here's that little gift box there. This Reindeer Memories set is in the supplemental brochure that is online only, and it coordinates with, it's got some scrapbooking products, and it coordinates with some of the products that are in the mini catalog. So I loved this Reindeer Memories for a lot of different reasons. One, this little gift here, and the other is these sentiments. So not only could these be really good on a scrapbook page, but they'll be really cute, I think, on a card. If you do a card with a photograph, you could do the little date here and on this day. And then this little stamp, when, where, what, that would be cute to make an invitation. And then, of course, oh so jolly and fa la 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 la, you could put on a card. So it's a cute little stamp set. So that's what I did there with the little gift box. And of course, I had to use the owl because I think he's my favorite in this set. And then, oh, I put the gift box inside too, didn't I? Yeah. Oh. Look at that. Happy holidays. Cute. Okay. Then I used all of the little guys on this one. So I used that fa la 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 stamp to do the background there. And then I cut out the three little guys, and I did, this is again that Take a Bow paper, and I just cut out some circles, and then this circle with the bear is inside. How cute is that? So that's another I did. Then, of course, I did these. These were that little gift card holder that I did on my page on August 30th. You'll find the live for that if you want to do this little gift card holder. And I did it with these little Christmas Friends. So there are those. All right, so today what I'm going to do is show you the Christmas Friends, but with a different color combination. We are using the Snowy Scenes paper. So we've got this is actually Petal Pink, and I think it's orange, pumpkin pie that's in this paper. It took me a while to figure out the colors in this paper. It just didn't look like pumpkin pie to me, but then when I actually cut the pumpkin pie, I realized, yeah, that's the right color. So this is Petal Pink and Pumpkin Pie. And then this piece has a little bit of Poppy Parade in it, I believe, as well. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going to make a little tag. And I have cut a piece of paper. Again, I have my notes. All right, my tag. Basic weight is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I've got my designer series paper that's the same size. So what we're going to do is put that on our cardstock. I'm freaking out a little bit because I realize I only have a half an hour. And that seems like it's a long time, but when you start talking, it's not a long time. All right, so we're going to line this up. There we go, kind of. Get that lined up. All right. And then to make this into a tag, if you don't have a tag topper, obviously you have a tag topper punch. It's super easy to make a tag, but this is a big tag I'm making. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a DIY tag. So I'm going to make at the top of my tag, I'm going to line it up at 1 inch on the right side of the channel. And I'm going to make a tick mark at the top. And then I'm going to line it up at 1 inch on the left side of the channel and make a tick mark at the top. And then I'm going to turn it. This is the top of the tag. I'm going to line it up again at 1 inch. And I'm going to make a tick mark at the top and at the bottom. And then you can take your scissors and you can cut this from this tick mark to there, or you can put it into your trimmer. You'll line up this tick mark on the side and then the tick mark at the top. Get those both in the channel at the same time and then cut. And then you'll do the same on the other side. So here's the tick mark at the top and the tick mark on the side. Line those up and cut. And so what you will get, oh, that didn't cut all the way through. Let me get my scissors. I don't know why that didn't cut all the way through. Just one little area there didn't cut. Okay. So what you will get then is this big, giant tag. And we are going to decorate that. Okay, so we're going to put a little hole in the top. We're going to erase our tick marks here. You probably can't see them on camera, but I can see them. And we're going to find our punch. So if you've got a little hole punch, you can use that, or you can just use one of these old-fashioned things and just kind of line it up in the middle and make a hole. Okay, so there we have our tag. Now we're going to make the decorations for the tag. So I'm going to, oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you about the inspiration for the tag. What I do with my catalog. Here it is. Okay, so going back, sorry. So I took a look at this tag that they've got in the catalog with this little moose, which is so cute. So it's got a pool party piece, you can see up here, that they cut out from here. They made this card. They had this little piece left over. They put some embossing paste on it and made it the little background that he's standing on. We're going to do something similar. But then I looked at this templates on page 16, the tags, and I picked this template here because it's got this big circle. And I thought, okay, I'm going to combine this template with that picture from that page 43. Okay, so that's where we got. That's how we got where we are. So we're going to take this circle and we're going to decorate that. We're going to we're going to stamp some trees. And I am using Lost Lagoon because I do have to make green trees. I was trying to stay in like the color theme of this, but I can't make pumpkin pie trees. I'm making them green. Okay, so I'm going to got trees there and a couple trees here. So what I did was I stamped it at full strength and then stamped it again at after I stamped off to get two different tones there. And then what I am going to do is some embossing paste. Do you think that I remembered to take it out? No. All right, here it is. So I did manage to get some shimmery embossing paste. So we're going to use that. Let's get my tool here. Okay. So we're going to just put a tiny bit. Oh, I got it all over myself already. I just opened it. Okay, we're going to just take a tiny bit. Hang on, I got it on myself. Okay. And we're just going to spread that at the bottom. And I'm doing it right on this little circle. Just going to spread it at the bottom. And this is the shimmery stuff, so it's going to be nice and glittery. Okay. And you don't want to make it too thick or it's never going to dry. But if you kind of bounce your tool on there, you're going to get a nice texture and it's going to look like snow. All right, so while this is drying, I'm going to set this aside to dry. While that's drying, we can stamp our moose. And you can see that I already cheated and already made the moose. But I will show you the colors that I did. So we're going to stamp our little moose. And I stamped him with Memento. Okay. I just love his silly face. All right, and then what I did was I colored him to match the paper that I'm using. So I used the, what did I use? I used smoky slate, light smoky slate for his little boots. I'm not going to color this whole thing. I'm just going to give you the colors. So I did smoky slate for his little boots. And I did pumpkin pie. This is dark pumpkin pie for his little socks. And then part of his scarf.
I just have to interrupt for a minute to say, wow, Lorraine Morgan is watching at 45 minutes after midnight in Australia.
Oh my goodness. Did
you
take a nap? I hope she took a nap.
I hope you took a nap too. On do not disturb, so no one can call you. And I don't know if you saw the Candace Crafter saying, you can do it, Michelle, you can do it, for making it in half an hour.
Thanks, Elaine. I'm going to try. All right, so I'm gonna, thank you for reminding me that I only have half an hour. Okay. All right, so and then I'm going to color his little antlers. So this is, what are these called, Lorraine? These are the skin tone markers. And right. They are in the annual catalog. I forgot to write down what page, but you can find these in the annual catalog. And I think I'm using the medium light and medium
I will look it up for you.
Well, so when they first came out, they came out with just numbers. So I was using 500 and 600, and I think that equates to medium, light, and medium. So that's what this looks like. It's a little bit different brown tone than the pecan pie or any other marker that you may have. So that's what I colored him with. That was a terrible coloring job. But anyway, that's what I used. Here he is. Da, 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 da. Okay, and so I am going to just sit him aside for the moment, and we are going to make a box. Okay, you ready? I don't know. I might not make a half an hour. We'll see. All right, so we're going to do a box to put this tag on. Going to be fast. All right, this box, you're going to use a scoring tool. The scoring tool is in the, well, I don't know if it's in a catalog, but you can still get the scoring tool online. I believe it's $37. And it is the best thing when you're trying to make a three-dimensional project, especially with a large piece of paper. So for the bottom of this box, I am going to use a 12 by 12 piece of paper. This is the two-tone petal pink that came from, I want to say Autumn. What is the name of this? Autumn something. It's again from the supplemental scrapbooking brochure.
I think it's Autumn Wishes.
Something like that. Okay. So I'm going to score this. It's very hard to see this whole thing in the camera. All right. So we're going to score this 12 by 12 piece at 3 inches on all 4 sides. Right? One moment. Let me just double check. Yep, 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches on all sides. So we're just going to go down 3 inches, do a quarter turn, and we're going to do 3 inches. And then another quarter turn, 3 inches. And 3 inches. Okay, and while we're scoring, we're going to do the top. The top piece is 9 inches square, so 9 by 9. And we are going to score that at 1.5 inches on all sides. But because you want this to fit on the box and not squish it, you need to just give yourself a little bit of allowance for it to slide on easily. You're going to adjust your paper here. So you're going to just move your paper out just a slight bit from the edge of your scorer. Just give yourself a tiny little space there. And then you're going to do 1.5 inches. And you're going to be careful when you're scoring on DSP that you don't do it too hard, or you're going to rip the paper. So 1.5.
The fat end of the stylus or the thinner end of the
stylus?
I'm
using the fat end.
That's what I do too. It doesn't poke through as much.
It doesn't rip your paper. But you do have to be careful. You have to use a little bit lighter hand. So you just always want to remember when you're getting started to leave yourself that little space there. Okay, is that all sides? Yes. All right. So this has a handy dandy little place to put your stylus. All right. So then on your box, you're going to just cut on this score line where this little square is. You're going to cut up to the score line. There, and then here. And we can angle this or miter these edges. think that's what that's called, mitering. This is a big box I'm doing because I'm making a big tag. But I will have a video in a couple of weeks of how to make any size box. So we're going to just turn that over, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. I should have used bigger scissors.
I love the cutting noise.
That was a very shaky miter job right there, but that's okay. It's going to be on the inside. Nobody will notice. All right, get all those pieces out of the way. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing on the top. It's hard to see the score lines on here. And you're going to just do the same on the top.
Good morning. Hi, Courtney. Glad you're back. There's talk about challenge cards for existing. I've been working on those challenge cards. I think there's a sketch that I posted for this week, and I emailed it out to the regulars.
Did you put it on the Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's probably buried Tuesday. Maybe I should pin it to the top or feature it or something.
Okay, so once you have that cut, I think I'm going to do the dark side on the outside and put the light side on the inside. And it would help if I had a bone folder. One moment. There it is. I have a bag of tools. It says, I'm a craftaholic. Okay. We're going to then use our bone folder to burnish the sides of the box. You want to burnish all the folds, all the score lines.
No pressure, but you have 4 minutes left.
Oh my God, I'm never going to make it. Never going to make it. I didn't even make the tag yet. Oh my goodness. I should have had a tag pre-made. So sorry.
Oh, well, it's
okay. I can come back. I can come back and show you the tag made. All right, so we're going to put some glue on the flap, and then you're going to bring up the side and just glue that down on all 4 sides. And then we're going to do the same thing to the top. And you just want to make sure that your sides line up on the edge here. Oh my. Popping apart. See what happens when you pressure me? Oh my goodness.
Take your time.
All right. We got the bottom together. Let's get the top together. The top is going to be interesting because it's got the little penguins on the other side when you open the box. It's going to be cute. Okay. All right, so we're going to make some glue and some glue. See if we can do 2 flaps at a time here. Obviously, when you're not rushing, you're going to do a little better job with the glue. And you can also use tear and tape, depending on what you're putting in your box and how strong you need it to be. You just need to decide what adhesive you're using. Okay, it's a little bent. All right, so there you go. This should fit on the bottom and become the perfect box. Ta-da!
Adorable.
So cute. All right, so back to the tag. Let's whip this up really fast. All right, so hopefully your tag at this point, oh, it is dry, pretty dry. All right, so we're gonna just glue this on. Here.
Courtney, you say so cute. Love it.
So it is so cute, isn't it? If I may say so myself. We're going to get this little circle under. So the sketch showed one little circle under and one circle on top, like this. Like that. And then the little guy. We need some dimensionals. I broke out brand new dimensionals just for this. Don't you love it when you have brand new dimensionals? Makes me so happy. But I'm a little weird. Small little things make me happy. Okay. It's like a new glue. I love a new bottle of glue. All right, then we're going to get him on there. Perfect. And then we just need to do our happy holidays. Happy holidays. Oh my gosh, it's almost time for Christmas music.
What's it say?
Happy holidays. It's almost time for Christmas music.
Yeah.
Actually, they're probably already playing Christmas music in the stores. I don't know. So we can just put that on there like that. That's what we're going to do. Perfect. And then you will just put some twine or some ribbon on here. And that's going to be the perfect tag for this box.
That's adorable.
And later we're going to make a bow that's going to coordinate as well. Ta-da!
Good job.
How late am I? Oh, 2 minutes. Pretty good.
The natural tones Stampin' Blends are on page 131, and it was a true scavenger hunt to find those in the annual catalog.
I should have written it down.
So,
oh my goodness.
30.
But anyways, all right. So there's a cute little gift box, and then tune into my This Must Be Ink in a couple of weeks. We're going to do how to make any size box.
All right. Should we just keep going with the reindeer days, or should we end and start up again? What do people?
That is completely up to you. What do you guys think?
I think we should keep going, and we'll just change the title on these to say both things after.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good idea.
All right. So I'm going to switch this view, and now it's going to be Lorraine doing some things with reindeer. Fun, and the stamp set is Reindeer Days, I think. I don't know. I get it mixed up.
Reindeer Days, yeah.
Reindeer Days is the whole suite. Reindeer Fun is
the stamp set.
And I have to tell you, in the beginning, I was like, how many reindeers do I want? But there's so much you can do with this set that doesn't involve reindeer. So I'll show you what we're using today. We're using some of this Reindeer Days paper that has plaid, it has trees, it has holly, It has jingle bells. Oh, it has a cool die that cuts this out. I don't use this today, but I'll show you some cards with this. And I'm using that glimmer paper that Michelle talked about today. It comes in garden green. I think it's cherry cobbler. I don't know. Is it real red? Cherry cobbler and granny apple green. And so I'm going to use some of that. And, we'll make a card first, and then I'll do a bunch of the other cards that I made. I did do my die cutting ahead of time because it shakes my table, and I wasn't sure how much we would have. So I just have a thick basic white card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4.25. And I'm going to put 2 layers front of my card. So I'm going to take the DSP, which is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And I'm going to adhere that to the cardstock. Hey, Michelle?
Yes?
Can you mute your thing while you're putting your stuff away? Thank you. I can't mute you, I don't think. That wouldn't be nice. All right. So I'm going to put that on the front. And I like it having a little bit more of a border right there. Please say hello if you're just joining us. I love comments, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. And now that I've muted Michelle, she can't talk. So here are the dies that come with this set. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch. This is the die that cuts that piece of green I showed you a minute ago. There's a wreath. They're reindeer dies, and these cut out from the DSP. I love when you can do that because then you don't have to color and color things in. There's a reindeer head you can make with 3 dies. I'll show you that in a minute. Then there's a Christmas tree, there's holly, there's presents, there's Christmas lights, there's jingle bells, and there's bows for the presents. So there's a lot of dies that come in that. So for this card, I'm going to take a stitched circle, it is a stitch circle, but it's from Stylish Shapes, and some presents dies. So there's 2 different shape presents. And I've cut a few of those out. Whoops. They're sticking to my fingers. And then I've cut some glimmer paper bows. And we're going to probably use 3 presents, maybe 4. So I'm going to mix and match the bows on the presents. So the shorter bows go on the shorter presents, obviously. I'm going to use my liquid glue, but you could use tear and tape. You could use seal. And I'm just going to glue that. We'll figure out where those are going to go in a minute. So on the garden green presents, I'm going to use the cherry cobbler glimmer paper. I want there to be some contrast. I could use the garden green on that, but I think I'm going to use the garden green on a red. The color in this paper is real red, so my presents are real red, even though my glimmer paper is cherry cobbler, but I think that's okay. So there's the garden green. There's the Granny Apple Green. I'm going to do both. You could use adhesive sheets. Absolutely. I'm going to use those on my decorative trees in a little while. But these aren't too putsy. They, the other part, the adhesive sheet might also get on the bow, and the bow doesn't adhere to the present. The bow sticks up. So you'd have to be careful that you didn't get adhesive up on the top of your bow. Okay, so let's see, whoops, how we want to put these presents. Oh, I think I want a tall red one first, because then my green one will go that way, and maybe another red one in the back. I don't know. We're going to have a lot of presents for Christmas. You've been very good this year. You get a lot of presents. Okay. And if I wanted, I could put jingle bells. I'm not going to put those on, but I'll show them to you. There's jingle bells. I cut some out in silver. I cut some out in red. And then there's also a wreath. And I think they're little hollies, tiny things I can put on that wreath. There are holly stamps. There are holly berries. So I could cut the wreath out in a different color and do red berries. So there's lots of different things there. So I got to make my pile of presents look just a little bit neater. And then we're going to put a sentiment on here. I think I need another present with a little green bow on it. I need a red present. So I'm going to cut this quick. The die is great. It cuts right through that glimmer paper. Quickety quick. Okay. Yeah, that's better. I needed a little more color. I don't know what I'm doing. I have the hardest time arranging things. Why did I think I could do this live? We're just going to put some presents on like that. I'm going to put 2 in the back that will be adhered directly to the circle. And then 2 I will pop up. And you can go ahead and arrange yours however you would like.
I think it looks good.
Thank you. Michelle's back.
I'm back. I'm trying to be quiet.
Okay. You don't have to be quiet. I don't know. I have to go tall, tall, small, small, which probably is not the best way to do it, but
I liked them all right in the middle there. That looked cute.
I have to do it that way.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then this one I'm going to pop up. I have dimensionals. Here's a secret. I probably have 5 sheets of dimensionals scattered on my desk today because I can never find them when I'm live, and I want to have them wherever I look.
Right. That's what happens. You put things down and you don't remember where they are.
That's right. Other thing I like to do, Joanne says she's glad to see me struggling with putting I need my adhesive sheet so that this doesn't stick to, or my silicone mat, I mean. Okay, where's my thing? I like to cover up the edge of the circle. See those little edges. So there, my sentiment might help me do that a little too. I haven't decided where I'm going to put my sentiment. I want to be able, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like that plaid background, Courtney. I want to be able to show you all the other cards that I've made with this bundle. This is the bundle that I'm also using in a stamp can. And on my blog, you can find more information about the stamp can. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front. It's a little bit up near the top. And then I'm going to do a Merry, I'm going to heat emboss the Merry Christmas. So I have my thing ready to go. I have to tell you, I looked yesterday for the brush that comes with embossing stuff for I couldn't find it where it was in the tray where it belongs. What I get for putting things away.
Right.
Okay. And now I just tend to use a piece of cardstock. Oh, I forgot to use my embossing, but I do that every time, which is why I need a little paintbrush, because I have
You
to
get the remnants. Yep.
the stray pieces off. Oh, you can't go fast. Like Michelle said, can't go fast. I'm alive. I made it to white. Okay, there. I've messed this up.
What'd you mess up?
I put my finger in the word Merry.
Oh.
All right. Well, I will make the sentiment, but I'm not going to attach this sentiment because I may have to make.
You just fake it. It's okay.
I'm going to fake it. And I don't have my earbuds. See where, oh, Joanne, still getting feedback? Like, let me know if you're hearing echo. Oh, I hear noise in the background. Okay. Feedback is awful, Courtney says. Oh. Wow, we didn't change anything on the mics. How is it now? We have 3 microphones muted now. Somebody let me know if that's a little bit better. So this is where I would put my Merry Christmas, but I need to make another one because that one's got a little bit of extra stuff. But there is the card. Okay, they say it's good now, so we'll have to make sure we just have one microphone on at a time. But there is that first card with that. The glimmer paper is really pretty on there. I like that glimmer paper too. So, yep. All right, so let me show you a few of the other things that I made, because this has turned out to be a really fun bundle to work with. So this is a card I made with the reindeer, and I used the catalog for inspiration on this. This is an early espresso reindeer that I gold embossed the stamped image on that, and I used that fancy die. And here's another one that I did with a reindeer. So this reindeer is made with the 3 die cuts. And then I decided I wanted to make some that didn't have a reindeer. So I did a jingle bell and a holly card. And this is a fun little layout. It's very easy with just 4 pieces of paper. I did it also in the holly paper. And these sentiments are all from the Reindeer Fun stamp set. And then I made one that goes portrait style. And I used the embossing folder, the 3D Forever Plaid embossing folder. And these little trees come in this bundle. The paper comes in this suite. And of course, you want to stamp first and then emboss, or else it'll be too bumpy. And then stamp your sentiment, or it'll be too bumpy to put your sentiment on. I did the trees on the inside. And then this is the other card that I'll be demonstrating on the stamp camp. So this is a center step card, and it stands up like that. And then you would write on the back of it. And on this one, this reindeer is cut from the paper so that I didn't have to do the coloring and the shading on that. So it's a really fun suite. It has these, oh, I forgot to put my embellishments on my card. It has these really fun peppermint embellishments, which you can color. I don't know if you can see that one, but I colored it with a Granny Apple blend. So these embellishments, I'm going to pretend that that sentiment is on there. These embellishments are not available right now. They've sold out. They've come back and they've sold out again. But they'll be back in October, I think, right now, or maybe sooner. I'm watching it. If you're interested in some, let me know so that I can watch. So there are all the different cards I've made so far with that bundle. It's really fun. I think you'll like it. I'm going to switch this view back to this. Let's see if Michelle can come on without causing too much feedback. And we're going to hang up now. It's about 25 after 11. And then we'll come back at 11:30 with Sentimental Wishes. Michelle will be demonstrating that bundle or suite or whatever, with lots of good things for you to see. After the Sentimental Wishes, we'll take a little break for lunch, and then we'll come back with 3 more demonstrations after that. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting. We love to see the comments, and if there is feedback, let us know, and we'll be back in just about 5 or 7 minutes with our next one. And that way you can watch shorter replays than if we just keep going. Okay, bye everybody.